Brooklyn Beckham came close to bumping into his father David during a fly-in visit to London on Monday, but the pair still seemed to be worlds apart amid their ongoing family feud. The aspiring chef, 26, was back in the UK posing for a new modeling campaign with upscale fashion company Moncler, following strained relations with the wider Beckham family. While Brooklyn was taking part in the photo shoot, his father David was just half a mile up the road at the Chelsea Flower Show chatting to King Charles and Queen Camilla. It was a fly-in visit for Brooklyn, who arrived in London early Monday morning and was at the photo shoot from 9 a.m. until around 4 p.m. He then went to his hotel in Park Lane to have a relaxed evening with Nicola and flew back to America at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. He opted not to stay at the Beckham's family home in Holland Park, which was located close by the shoot. Brooklyn and Nicola have signed a big-money deal to be ambassadors for the Italian brand. A source told The Sun. Brooklyn has now signed a six-figure deal to front Moncler's new campaign and flew into London to shoot it yesterday. He was being photographed in the street, and people passing by couldn't believe it when they saw it was Brooklyn. Working with Nicola on this campaign is really exciting for Brooklyn too. They love working together and think this Moncler campaign is very chic. But it strikes a chord knowing how close in distance Brooklyn was to David given how tense their relations have been recently. Brooklyn was filming 5 minutes away by car. The insider noted that Brooklyn's relationship with his family is still strained. Brooklyn cut a trendy figure for the shoot, sporting an off-white bomber jacket with a beige jumper and cream cargo trousers. Mail Online has contacted representatives of Brooklyn Beckham for comment. David and Victoria are understood to be devastated following a fallout with Brooklyn, who lives in the United States with his wife and her wealthy family. Taking to Instagram on Monday, Victoria, 51, appeared to offer an olive branch by sharing a group photo of their 4 children alongside her father, Tony Adams, who celebrated his birthday over the weekend, with the accompanying message, "We both love you all so much." The undated photo also features Victoria's mother Jackie, flanked by Brooklyn and his siblings Romeo, 22, Cruz, 20, and Harper, 13. David is allegedly desperate to make amends with his son as he fears history is repeating itself, following his bitter fallout with his father Ted in 2005. In the latest evidence of this, David included Brooklyn in a post about Mother's Day in the US, as he dedicated a post to the mother of his children, Victoria. Over the weekend, David reached out to his son on social media as rumors of their family feud continue to bubble. A sweet black and white photo showed Victoria cuddled up with her 4 kids, soon after welcoming their daughter Harper. Alongside the photo, David wrote, "Happy Mother's Day to the best mommy. To all our friends in the US, Happy Mother's Day." Meanwhile, Victoria shared a photograph of a beautiful bouquet of flowers she had been sent by Cruz and his girlfriend Jackie Apostle, 29. While David and his dad Ted, 77, now share a close-knit relationship, the father-son duo were once not even on speaking terms. After Ted suffered a near-death health scare in 2007, it sparked the pair to make amends and get back in touch. And they have been close ever since. And now David is reportedly worried. History is repeating itself, amid his rift with his and Victoria's eldest son Brooklyn. A close friend of David reportedly told The Sun, "David and the family genuinely fear Brooklyn could be lost to them forever." The word "lost" here is especially poignant as it was the exact sentiment used when David fell out with his dad. Ted believed his son would never speak to him again, and he was heartbroken. It was an extremely tense few years and devastated the whole family. The Mail's Katie Hind revealed that Brooklyn has ditched his old pals in the UK and has followed Nicola's lead when it comes to mixing in new LA circles. It comes following a slew of lavish celebrations to honor David's 50th birthday, all of which were not attended by his son Brooklyn and his wife. David hosted an early birthday party in Miami in April, as well as a fishing trip with his sons in Scotland, an intimate dinner at his Cotswolds mansion, a trip to France for a vineyard tour, and finally a big bash in London to round off the week. The couple's absence at the events is said to have cemented the divide between them, with the Mail revealing that Romeo's girlfriend Kim Turnbull has been made the scapegoat in the feud. A Mail Plus report also revealed Victoria's heartbroken verdict on the row, claiming that she feels betrayed by Brooklyn and thinks Nicola is a viper. Read the full story here. A source said, "Victoria is fairly open among her close friends about what a viper Nicola is and how she feels betrayed by Brooklyn, so the mask has fully dropped. The Beckhams have been hit by fears they won't be able to heal their rift with Brooklyn, as Victoria has been having sleepless nights over the feud. The fashion designer and her husband David are said to have been left heartbroken at the distance that has grown between them and their eldest son. A source told The Sun, "This is Victoria's worst nightmare. The thought of any of her children falling out gives her sleepless nights. It's been difficult with Brooklyn since he met Nicola, and there's no denying that there was a family fallout over their wedding. But Victoria and David have worked hard to get things back on track, so this is a real blow." Victoria's social media was filled with photographs from various parties held to celebrate David's 50th birthday this month, including a bash at their Cotswolds home. The fun-filled celebrations culminated with a massive party held at London's esteemed Michelin star restaurant Core on Saturday night. It was claimed Brooklyn and Nicola pulled out of attending the Met Gala with the intention of attending David's birthday party, but were no shows at both events. Brooklyn was reportedly planning to attend, but felt too uncomfortable to come after he felt Nicola was being blamed for the rift with his family. Claims that Brooklyn and Nicola were rebuffed when they asked David and Victoria to celebrate David's birthday privately were also said to be untrue. Sources close to Nicola told TMZ they wanted to get together privately to avoid Romeo's girlfriend Kim, as the couple are said to have a problem with her. Following the birthday party snub, it was revealed Brooklyn also declined an invitation by his father to join him and his brothers on a boys' fishing trip to celebrate his 50th. The Mail revealed David invited Brooklyn on a short break 6 months ago when he began planning. Yet his son failed to go despite arriving in the UK the day he went with Romeo and Cruz. Sources have suggested that Brooklyn's decision was influenced by his wife. Brooklyn was asked to join them ages ago, one claimed. Then he came to London in time, but he didn't go. Once again, David made the best of things and had a great time with Cruz and Romeo. David still offered an olive branch to his son as he shared snaps from the trip, as he captioned one of his posts. "You were missed at Brooklyn Beckham." The Mail revealed Romeo's girlfriend Kim is being made the scapegoat in the feud between Brooklyn and David, with Nicola at the center of the rift. Kim and Brooklyn were undeniably close for a brief period, as photographs of them together in 2016 show. But suggestions that they were ever an item are wide of the mark, according to well-informed sources who spoke to the Mail. In fact, younger brother Cruz personally shut down the gossip recently when he responded to an Instagram post showing a picture of Romeo and Kim together. In a now-deleted message, one user commented, "It's appropriate to date your brother's ex too? Cool." Cruz replied, "Brooklyn and Kim never dated." One friend told the Mail's Katie Hind, "This is nothing to do with Kim and is all about Nicola. All David and Victoria want is their son back, and they will be there to welcome him anytime." Family friends claim Brooklyn's wife has a pattern of starting an argument before family events and then preventing her husband from attending. Some believe that friends of Nicola have been behind the briefings about Kim being the cause of Brooklyn's rift with his family, some of which went so far to claim that he had told them he refused to come to any event at which Kim was present. A source close to the family told Mail Online, "Brooklyn was close to Kim because she was dating Rocco and they all hung out in a tight-knit friendship group. But that was years ago. Brooklyn and Kim were close, but there was never any romance. It seems Nicola doesn't like Brooklyn spending any time with the Beckhams full stop, and is using his previous closeness to Kim and her getting in with the family as a reason to not be around them. She denies it, but Nicola has been controlling him since the wedding. The family, including the brothers, have had enough of it. This is the narrative that's been put out to other news outlets, that Romeo is dating his brother's ex-girlfriend. And that's really weird, so that's why they wouldn't want to be around the family when she is there. But none of this is true. And it's really upset Romeo and his parents because Kim is seemingly being used by Nicola as a reason to start the rift. Romeo is furious at the suggestion that he would bring an ex-girlfriend of Brooklyn into the family when there never was any romance.